Everybody stopping my shine. They try to break me, try to take me out, but
Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Deshay. Today I'm gonna be giving you guys natural hair growth tips. And I know I have a protective style, and I recorded this video on how I did these goddess faux locks, and they're about hip length. So yeah, they're pretty long. Ooh my god! Did it leave? No, it didn't. It didn't leave. If this thing can run toward me, I'm gone. I'm gone. Yo, it's coming. It's coming. Oh my god. No ma'am. No ma'am. No mas. Not big beetle started attacking me, and I'm not even like a beetle. I don't know where a beetle just came from, but it came from nowhere. Okay, but today this video is gonna be hair growth tips, like I tried to do and mention before. It's gonna be about hair growth tips and how I grew my hair from neck length all the way down to past my breast, like past my bra strap. And yeah, it's hot out here. Don't judge me. I have on a sweater. Yes. But anyway, let's get into the first hair growth tip. The first one that I can really say has really like made a difference. Not even in hair growth, because hair always grows no matter what. More about length retention, because if your hair is growing and it's breaking off, you're not going to see the growth. So let's say your hair grows 2 inches and your hair breaks off an inch. You only see that 1 inch growth. So it's kind of like, you know. So these are more so length retention tips than hair growth tips, but they kind of go hand in hand. So number one hair growth tip that I can really say helped me is switching to better products. And what I mean by that is switching to products that are made for curly hair by people of color, because they know what your hair needs. If that makes sense. Like I used to always use a lot of Pantene and Suave. That isn't meant for me. Back before the Gold series was made, but that kind of product isn't meant for my curly hair, because it's not made by people with curly hair and they don't understand what our hair needs. We need moisture. We need like slip. We need a lot of that stuff, especially when it comes to conditioners. So it's like you kind of have to switch products, moving from like the Suaves and the Pantenes. I understand that it's a lot more inexpensive and a lot more affordable, because that's what I used to go to Walmart and buy the big bottles of Suave. Honestly, Moist, I kind of stopped using that too, because I kind of was just like, oh my god, everybody says it makes their hair moisturize. My hair feels moisturized, and it wasn't. It was very just like dry, and it didn't feel good. So that's why I kind of stopped using Aussie Moist, even though it's made for curly hair. Um, yeah. So I guess my first tip would be just to switch your products over. Start using things that are made for curly hair and made by people with curly hair. So yeah, so my second tip is gonna have to be protective styling, whether it be braids with your real hair or anything that's gonna put your ends away. I don't necessarily think buns are a protective style, even though 97% of the time I got my hair in a bun, because you don't want your buns too tight. Let me rephrase that. Tight buns are not a protective style. Loose buns, yes, as long as your ends are wrapped in, you're fine. But if your bun is constantly being slicked down, tight, gel, brushing, cut it out. Cut it out, because it's not a protective style. It's breaking the hair tie. Like these cloth hair ties, they're breaking your hair off. I use the super stretchy ones. I got them from the beauty supply store. But anyway, that's besides the point. I only use these when I have my hair in protective styles. But when my natural hair is out, I use satin scrunchies, satin pillowcases. I can't find mine, so I wear a bonnet at night, or satin scarf. You know, kind of just protective styling, braids, box braids, faux locks, goddess locks. What else there? But this happens when I film outside. Twist, anything that pretty much puts your ends away, and that y'all don't mind these curls. I need to put mousse on the curls. But anything that's gonna protect your ends and put your ends away is a protective style. So if you're not a protective style person, like when it comes to braids or anything, loose buns with your ends tucked away and your ends moisturized are the way to go, because they're not popping off and not breaking off. If you're doing tight buns, and you're constantly putting gel on your hair, or you're constantly brushing your back every day, not a protective style. That's high manipulation hairstyles. A protective style, in my opinion, is a low manipulation hairstyle. So when it comes to this, high maintenance, because the curls, the loose curls, because they get tangled really quick, so you have to apply mousse and stuff. But my natural hair is not being touched, other than my baby hairs. But like my natural hair isn't being touched, none of that. So that's my second tip. Just protective style your hair and keep those ends tucked away. My third tip is to, I don't know how to explain it, like moisturize. Yeah, that's the word, moisturize. So back when I didn't really take care of my hair, because in the previous video I told you guys that I lived in Chicago, so I always wore my hair straight majority of the time. I just did. I always wore my hair straight, so I didn't really moisturize it. But then when I started getting into curly hair and wear my hair more curly, I learned how to moisturize. So I pre-poo now. I never used to pre-poo because I didn't know what it was. So I do apply conditioner, then I shampoo, and then I apply more conditioner, and I deep condition once a week. It's a whole lot of stuff. But just moisturizing, make sure you're focusing on your ends, because those are the most brittle part of your hair. It's the oldest part of your hair because it came from your scalp first, and so it's kind of just down there, you know. And so just moisturize your ends. And also, I don't know if this could be a separate tip or kind of intertwined with this, but seal in the moisture. Use a oil, like a Jamaican black castor oil. I use Mielle's rosemary and mint oil on my scalp and my ends after I apply moisturizing leave-in conditioner, and I'll list some down below, some affordable ones, and I also apply some pictures here if I can. So just moisturize and make sure you seal in the moisture on your ends. So my next tip, I don't even know what number I'm on, probably 4 or 5, I don't know. But my next tip would definitely have to be to deep condition. And what I mean by deep condition is you could apply a conditioner that says deep conditioner on there, or use your conditioner and leave it in for like 30 minutes with a, what's it called, shower cap. That's what I like to do. I use Mielle Organics, the Hawaiian Ginger RX, that line. I use their overnight curls conditioner. Also alternate your products sometimes. Don't use the same one every day or every week, because then your hair's gonna get used to it, and it's like it's kind of not doing anything anymore. So I like to alternate my deep conditioners every week, and I do deep condition once a week. I usually make Tuesday that day, but I've had these in for about 2 weeks now, so yeah, I'm not really accessing my hair to deep condition. But deep condition once a week, or if you can't do once a week, do it every 2 weeks, because that's really gonna promote hair growth, especially if you lather your ends. Put on a deep conditioning cap, which is like those, what is it called, a shower cap. Put on a shower cap, and apply a little bit of heat with a handheld blow dryer or one of those things I bought it on Amazon. You place it over your shower cap and you like tighten it and you attach it to your blow dryer, and then that's how you apply the heat. Just make sure you apply some form of heat, and if you don't have a blow dryer, just go ahead and put on a shower cap, or you could buy one of those thermal shower caps. I'll apply a picture here if you don't know what I'm talking about, from the beauty supply store, because I can get those for like $2 or $4 sometimes. It depends on where you live. But yeah, just deep condition with heat. And then my next tip will be to trim your hair. Now I know you're probably like, if I want my hair to grow, I'm gonna trim my hair. Don't be trimming it every week. That's not logical. What I mean by trimming your hair is trim when needed. When you feel your ends getting dry and it's hard to manage, that's when you know you need to trim your hair. I don't have a designated day, month, time or week when I trim my hair. Y'all, it's literally balloons. I don't have a designated month, time, how much I do it a year. I just trim as needed, because once you trim and you get those dead ends off, it allows your hair to absorb moisture better. It allows it to get into the cuticles better, which also falls into my next tip. Know your like hair porosity and know like your hair, because if you don't, it's gonna be kind of hard to find the products that work for you, and you're gonna waste a lot of money. Take it from somebody who learned. I kind of still don't know my hair porosity, but it's fine. I found products that work for me that kind of help me know what porosity to land in. Like, if you don't know what hair porosity is, you have high porosity, low porosity, and like medium porosity. And I'll put a chart here as to what they mean. I don't really like to go based on hair type because I feel like what a 4C hair person can use, also a 3C hair person can use. So it doesn't really matter to me about hair type, but it does matter when it comes to your hair porosity and learning your hair, knowing what your hair likes and doesn't like, which also puts me into my next and final, last but not least tip. Kind of goes back to the first tip, switching products, because I don't only use Mielle Organics, but I'm strictly like Mielle Organics, if that makes sense. For the past few months, I've literally spent so much money on their website, it's ridiculous. But their hair products work. They're great. Like, they're fantastic. Like, they give you moisture. They seal in your moisture. They have every like kind of thing that you need for your hair. So I'll apply pictures of what I use and like the products that I have. But they're a black owned brand. Their products are just like it's perfect. Literally, like, I cannot stress this enough. To find a product line that works for you and stick to it. I understand sometimes trying something new. Yes, that's what I like to do. I like to try something new sometimes. But if you find something that your hair loves and you're seeing results from, do it. Like, just stick to it. And it's kind of like an investment in a sense. You have this brand that you're like, oh my god, it's kind of expensive, but I love it. My hair works, and it lasts me a good amount of time. Invest. Where you have this Aussie Moist, I'm gonna compare it to Aussie Moist. I'm not trying to bash them, but Mielle versus Aussie Moist, in my opinion, Mielle is not super expensive at all, to be honest, but I know it's a lot more expensive than Aussie Moist. Aussie Moist is like 2 huge bottles of shampoo and conditioners, like $8 at the local Walmart, versus one product from Mielle is $10 on its own. So a Mielle deep conditioner, Aussie Moist deep conditioner. Mielle works for me. I know it's gonna last me a little bit of time, a good amount of time, and it works for me. It gets my hair growing. It gets my hair moisturized. I'm gonna invest in Mielle versus buying a 2 big bottles of shampoo and conditioner from Aussie Moist for $8, and it lasts me a long time, but my hair doesn't like it. I'm rarely using it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just buying another one. That's a waste of money, if that makes sense. So those are my hair growth tips. Just take care of your hair, you guys. Protect your style. That's what I have to stretch the most. Protective styling, deep conditioning, and moisturizing. Those are my 3 top tips that I feel like people should really, use and like take into consideration when it comes to their hair growth journey. And it's not gonna happen overnight, because I feel like when it comes to the natural hair community and the curly hair community, everybody feels like this magic potion you're gonna put in your scalp and your hair is gonna be wasteland. No. I thought that when I first started my hair journey, I'm just gonna throw some stuff on my scalp. I'm gonna lay backwards over the bed and massage it, and my hair's gonna grow 10 inches in one day. That's not how it works. It takes consistency, patience, all of that stuff, and commitment to grow your naturally curly hair. Like, it's more than just slapping something on your scalp. Also, when it comes to maintaining this style, I already put a video up on how I maintain it. I oil my scalp with the Rosemary Mist Stimulating Growth Oil. I go in between the parts and I moisturize and I oil them, and then I put mousse on it and I put a bonnet on. So yeah, that's what I do. But I'll link that video down below or somewhere. But yeah, just lay your hair, and yeah, just thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you put those post notifications on, because we are lit over here. I bring you natural hair content. I bring you mukbangs. I bring you testing new things. Anything that you guys want to see, please comment down below. And just thank you guys for watching.
Nobody stopping my shine. They try to break me, try to take me out, but I